rock, paper, scissors, the way we decide who has possession. It's brought to you by Wendy's. Here's Josh McCouga.
All right, fan-controlled football. Fan-controlled football, let's go! Game one, no coin tosses, just rock, paper, scissors. The Bored Ape Football Club taking on the Glacier Boys. Gentlemen, come here. We go rock, paper, scissor, shoot. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissor, shoot. Rock, paper, scissor, shoot. Let's tie it again. Rock, paper, scissor, shoot. Paper covers rock. Where we going? Keeping it? Deferring. Bored Apes get the ball first half. Let's go, fan-controlled football, week 4.
There you have it, RPS, brought to you by Wendy's. And now on to our starting lineups here. For the Bored Ape Football Club, they go with DeAndre Francois. Of course, at quarterback, Jacoby Baker back in the mix at Superback. Missed time last week. Bored Ape happy to have him back. This all brought to you by Experience Boost. And Devlin Isidore, I know, Devin, you want to see if he can have a bit of a bounce back performance.
Yeah, I mean, he just came out. He wasn't as comfortable as we've seen him in weeks prior. He didn't get the ball to his guy nearly enough. Andrew Jamil, like Liv talked about, is looking to have a big day, and those two guys have got to get on the same page if the Glacier Boys hope to dismantle this Bored Ape Football Club.
On the defensive side of the football, Quantez Stiggers, our man-up champion from this past Wednesday night, so keep in mind he'll carry in that do-over opportunity. And then Fred Conyers, a veteran from season 1.0, a key piece of this Glacier Boys attack as we are set to get things rolling. It'll be the Bored Ape Football Club on offense. Baker in the backfield with Francois, Thomas and Felder. And the toss, they get Baker right in the mix right away. Reversing field, gets a nice block from Francois and tries to walk the tightrope before he is pushed out of play. So nice way to get a guy who missed a week back in the fold.
Yeah, just get him in the rhythm, find a way to get him the ball. Didn't know he's going to reverse field, but that's a great play of finding a way to get to extra plays. As a running back, as a quarterback, as a wide receiver, you got to know when plays are dead. But you sometimes are talented enough to make something out of nothing. That's what he did there with a nice block from DeAndre Francois.
Look at head coach Sean Layada, who has retooled this playbook completely. Fans really responding to it. Heavy on the RPO, the run-pass option. Jet sweep becoming the new best friend of so many play callers here in fan control football. And Jeff, it's something fans are able to access right now.
Yes, absolutely. And we heard head coach Layada on the fan controlled show last night urging fans not to call the trick plays too often. There's new trick plays in that playbook, but he says those have to be used few and far between. So we'll see how fans make their decision as we move forward.
Everything in moderation, fans.
Jet cross wheel. You're going to see a jet sweep that they love so much turned into a wheel for a pass play. Nice little wrinkle to go off of what you've been able to do.
Francois to pass. Firing downfield. This one's going to be overthrown, and a little miscommunication there. A lot of contact on the way down as we meet our officiating crew. This group will do our first 2 games of the day. David Reynolds, our referee, joined by Lisenby, Thomas, and Hampton. Had a nice visit from David before the game. Came up to say hello.
Yeah, he came to chastise us a little bit about, calling him a rookie because he doesn't know the order in which rock, paper, scissors goes. Paper, rock, scissors. However you call it, we know what it is here at Fan Control Football.
Well, we know that RPS is a mind game, first and foremost. So if the ref is engaging in mind games, all the better.
Yeah.
Trying to get it under our skin before this thing even starts.
Savvy move by that guy.
Savvy move.
I've heard of working the refs, but this is ridiculous.
Working the announcement, wow.
3rd and 6 now for Bored Ape Football Club on the 14. Just getting started here in our first half.
A week ago, DeAndre Francois and his Bored Ape Football Club was masterful on 3rd down, which is why they had so much success. Let's see if they can capture some of that success early with this early 3rd and 6.
Receiver in motion. It's the give to Baker. Has to beat one defender and cannot do it. He is ripped down. Jim Jones on the scene.
Jim Jones on the scene is exactly right. You're going to see him all day flying around making plays. He knows exactly where to be, and he's going to be tasked with making sure that Jacoby Baker cannot recapture his form from a few weeks ago.
Fans, don't forget about our power-ups. Each team gets one of these to use during the game, and most importantly, make sure they get used. We saw some left on the table last week. Power play, your 7-on-6. Wendy's flip the field, our version of the punt, and progressive 5th down. You're looking at a 4th down right now. It'd be very early, but Bored Ape could use their progressive 5th down and keep this drive rolling if they can't convert here.
Those are, of course, triggered by the coaching staff. Coach Liotta said, Beast fans, I promise you I will use a power-up this game. Come heck or high water, I will use it.
Well, looks like it's going to be a jet reverse pass. This is kind of what Coach Liotta was talking about when he's saying, hey, fans, don't use the trick plays too much. 4th and 8 is not time for a reverse pass, but it still could work, and let's see what happens.
Coming out with the tricks early here on a Saturday afternoon. 4th and 8. Francois, he'll throw. That's complete to Woods. And Woods will be just shy of a 1st down. If they do give him credit for the catch, they do. And so Francois looked at that play and decided just to unload it himself.
Thank goodness it was not the reverse pass, right? You got a quarterback like DeAndre Francois, as well as he played, he can put you in position to make a play with just his arm or his legs without the trickery. Now, there is a place for it on the Bored Ape Football Club, but not this early and not that situation. Great job by DeAndre Francois getting back, hitting his back foot, and driving the ball right on the shoulder pads, and now put his team in position to at least use that progressive 5th down with only 1 yard to go.
We have a fan vote underway for a power play, or power up rather, as the flag has been thrown. Voting on the Wendy's flip the fields. This will be Bored Ape voting to see if they like to use their punt option.
The challenge flag has now been thrown. The challenge flag has now been thrown. The fans now will vote for Wendy's flip the field. Timeout.
So that fan vote underway right now. Do they want to essentially give the Glacier Boys their field position?
Now, to be clear, in order to vote for the flip the field or any play call that we have throughout the day, you need to be a fan of a specific team. For our OG teams, that's easy. You just sign up at fcf.io. For the Ballers Collective teams, of which Bored Ape Football Club is one, you do need to purchase a baller to be able to align with one of the Ballers Collective teams, which you can also do at fcf.io.
The fans have voted to use the Wendy's flip the field. The fans have voted to use the Wendy's flip the field. It'll be 1st down Glacier Boys on the 10-yard line.
So fan vote confirmed. Flip the field. Bored Ape Football Club will give over their field position to the Glacier Boys. So everyone's got to head off. We still have the Glacier Boys defense and the Bored Ape offense. They're going to switch sides. And now we'll get our first look at the Glacier Boys here after our Wendy's flip the field. And now Devlin Isidore, the quarterback, to lead this Glacier Boys squad, coming in at 1-2 on the year. Glacier Boys losing to the Stars 28-26 last weekend.
What a nail biter that was.
So many good games last week. Every game really coming down to the wire.
Let's go.
Izzy to throw right out of the gate. He'll keep it himself on the move, picks up a block, and looks like he's got the 1st down as he is out of play beyond the 20.
There's your view at that jet cross wheel. You got the wheel coming across and changing right into, running right into a wheel. And Isidore did not like what he saw. And so he's not the fleetest of foot, right? He's not a big-time runner. He's more of a drop-back passer in the pocket, but he can run, as you just saw right there. And once again, another teammate who's not usually a blocker throwing a block. Andrew Jamil doing a good job out on the edge to help his quarterback get to that 1st down marker.
It's a good look at a replay courtesy of Great Clips. Great Clips salons are walk-in, no appointments necessary. Get the same great haircut every time at Great Clips.
Speaking of views, we always get those great shots from the drone cam flying around this arena. You can actually watch the game entirely from the drone cam if you like on our Twitch extension or through the app. There's a lot of different cool views from around the arena. You get to pick. Power to the fans, as always, in FCF.
It's a 12-yard rush for Izzy. Picks up the first down now on the 22. 3-receiver look here for the Glacier Boys. Their first possession here in this first half. Izzy takes the hit, fires complete across the middle. Cedric Bird is down near the 5, and Izzy took a shot there but stood in and made the completion to pick up a big first down. Now let's check back in with Liv Moods.
Yeah, I'm sensing a little bit of frustration from the Bored Apes fan base in the chat. It sounds like Francois did not follow the play that was called, and the Bored Apes were shy of a first down. They actually had to use their Wendy's, flip the field. So now I'm wondering, had Francois followed the fans, would we have seen a different outcome?
That's a great question. You know, Devin, as a quarterback, I was wondering about that play too, because it wasn't the play that we saw. But some of those trick plays, if it's not there, he's a smart quarterback, right? Does he force the toss knowing it's going to be a loss, even though that's what's intended? That's a big question.
Yeah, so just a rule of thumb, trick plays are usually for early downs, right, where you know we will get another chance to pick up first downs on the next play. With your final opportunity, you probably don't want to run a trick play, especially with a quarterback like DeAndre Francois.
First and goal now on the 5 here for the Glacier Boys after the big gain, 23 yards. Izzy to Bird. Izzy tries to keep it himself, and he is spun down. Finishing off that play was Cecil Cherry. Tobias Cook wrapped him up first, and then Cherry never shy to offer some words of encouragement on the way back to his side of the football.
Yeah, that right here, that's just not a very good read. That ball has to go to a lean, but that's a great job by number 49, Tobias Cook, sliding, and giving Izzy the impression that he's going to take the running back and then falling off as soon as he pulls the ball out, and Cecil Cherry comes in to finish the play.
Little exclamation point there at the end.
Little needed a head, never hurt nobody. Little needed a head, never hurt nobody. Or maybe it did, hurt one person. Izzy.
We're now into the progressive blue zone. We're inside that 10-yard mark, headed towards the end zone. That blue progressive banner that is inbounds. And should we get a 5th down opportunity here, that would allow the Glacier Boys to move the football half the distance to the goal, but they may not need it. 2nd and 7 on the 7.
Let's go.
Izzy facing the rush, tipped and incomplete. Tried to go to Bird across the middle, and Bird already gesturing to himself that he should have had that one. And Izzy there, a little frustration there, wanted that one hauled in for 6.
Yeah, he did.
Looks like he just wasn't looking for the ball.
Yeah, and so when you run shallow cross plays, receivers are taught there's a point in when you look for the ball, right? So we don't know for sure when his point is. It's usually the outside leg of the tackle. And you can see he's just now getting his eyes around, and the ball's extremely high. Right now, Izzy is a little bit frantic, right? We had a play earlier where Bird skies up and catches the ball. He's wide open for a touchdown, right? And so Izzy kind of missed him, but he saved him. And so you got to stay on the same page with each other. Bird was not able to make that play because his eyes weren't ready, but everybody's just calm down. Izzy, calm down, get the guys going, and you can complete some of those balls.
3rd and goal now. Under 10 to play, first half. Glacier Boys looking for the first score in this one. Izzy with time. Quick release, picked off. Up high and coming up with it. Cecil Cherry out of nowhere.
Guys, I'm sorry, I'm the analyst. We have to get a replay. What just happened? I'm looking, I see Andrew Jamil. He's going across. And you know, that was an amazing play.
Incredible.
Wow. Did he just sky up and take that ball essentially almost out of the hands of the quarterback?
Scary Cherry.
Oh, man.
Across the middle, plucked it out of the sky.
Oh, and he gets the chains for that one.
All right, we'll take a timeout. Take a look as we step aside. Cherry with the pick. Wow. Cecil Cherry, his first pick of the season, read that the whole way, and up high, the athleticism of this linebacker to pull that down.
And that was as impressive a defensive play as we've seen all season, where, I mean, Izzy just can't see him, and he skies up and takes the ball right out of the air.
Point blank.
So it's back to the Bored Ape Football Club after the Glacier Boys. They were knocking on the door. They were on the 5-yard line going in. Instead, they turn it over. Now Baker on the carry. He doesn't get far. Freddie Conyers on the scene. Let's take a look back at what just transpired.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's wondering, well, how did we get here? Well, the Glacier boys had an opportunity where they get back, and this guy's running wide open. You got Bird over the middle, and it's a difficult catch. He has to go up, he falls down, right? So there's your opportunity to score, and then you get to this position where I'm just telling you how difficult that is. Izzy has a cannon for an arm, and for Cherry to be able to sky up almost 4 yards away from him and take that ball out of the air, those are the kind of mistakes you can't make against a Board 8 football club that comes in this game 3-0 with DeAndre Francois, one of the top quarterbacks in this league. You have to take advantage first of opportunities that you have, but you also cannot make mistakes, especially in the progressive blue zone.
The replay there courtesy of Great Clips, the world's largest salon brand with over 4,400 salons throughout the U.S. 2nd and 10 now on the 13 for Board 8 Football Club. Francois rolling right, stepping up, has to take it himself, changing direction, picks up a block and spins down past the 25. He is slow to get up, and they'll bring on the training staff here as he went across the 25. Immediately went down. May have been something in the groin area. Training staff there out to 10 to Francois, and this would be a tremendous loss here for the Board 8 Football Club. A rushing play, and while they tend to him, Jeff, let's take a look at what the fans are doing rushing-wise.
That's right. We don't just track stats for players in FCF. We track fan stats as well. Nerdy at the top of the pops over here with 354. That means that plays were called that resulted in positive yards. Nerdy calling the most. And you can get on that leaderboard as well. Move up and have your name shown on our show and have bragging rights. All you got to do is start calling plays in that app, earn fan IQ, and start getting positive yards.
And then he grabs his front. I mean, I don't know what happened there, but he was out, ready to go and participate the next play, and you're going to see he's jogging in now. So obviously it was nothing too serious, and he's back and ready to go.
Yeah, Vidal Woodruff came on for that play, and Francois trying to stretch out a little bit, and looked as if it was something in the groin area as he went down, but he's back on his feet. So he seems to be okay now, and
he's
ready to get back to work.
I got to tell you, the chat is still buzzing about that interception by Cherry, and there's a lot of Glacier Boy fans in the chat, and they're imploring each other to keep calling run plays. Don't get, don't get too crazy on passes in that progressive blue zone.
Yeah, Bryson Lean, second in the league in rushing touchdowns and yards. Also, for your quarterback, is he as talented as he is? A week ago, just wasn't as proficient as he usually is. To help him, his best friend is the running game, right? So you run the ball well, and then you can get into the play-action pass and different things like that to clear things up for him. But DeAndre Francois is on the move.
Yeah, Board 8 fans, a big sigh of relief to see their starting quarterback back on the field. He goes handoff to Thomas, who turns that corner and turns on the Jets into the progressive blue zone, lowers the shoulder. He's out of play, shy of the end zone with 6 minutes to go in this first half. And Mo Thomas, the 25-year-old out of Florida, on the carry. Fans, we told you throughout the season about great FCF merchandise. You can scan the QR code or head to store.fcf.io. Use promo code GameDay20. You get 20% off, but it's only today on game days. And also, an added bonus. Every order over $75 today will get a free FCF drawstring bag. So head on over to the FCF store, store.fcf.io, and get some great gear, like an FCF shirt, perhaps.
Looks like we could get some good food in here, too. That guy was chowing down.
Food that obviously the announcers are not privy to.
Yeah, exactly.
We're busy. We're working.
I love seeing Mo Thomas on that last carry. We talk about FCF being a combination between pro sports and video games. He is the pinnacle of that, actually, in the Madden video game and designing it.
First and goal now on the 2. Francois, the handoff. Woods turning the corner to the goal line, and he is in. Darren Woods, a relatively new addition to the league, has gotten us our first touchdown today.
And we saw Woods for the first time last week, and you said new to the league, didn't look like it. I mean, not in the draft, right? They drafted him extremely high in the Board Ape Football Club, and not in his play. He was an integral part of why they were so dominant a week ago, and then you can see it here. He has the speed, the size, and the ability to get across the goal line from almost anywhere on the field.
Former standout at UNLV, made his debut last week, 7 carries, 37 yards, and a touchdown, added 1 catch for 20 yards. So he is a perfect fit for fan control football with that versatility, run or catch.
Yeah,
He's that load of his tries for 2.
I love the Board Ape Football Club continue to use him in that superback role, even with their star, Jacoby Baker, coming back. That 1-2 punch could be dominating in this league.
Man-up challenge to the corner, just off the hands of Mo Thomas. And it'll stay 6-0. So the Board Ape Football Club.
Hey, shout out, happy Mother's Day to everybody out there, you feel me? Shout out to all the mothers that put all the athletes out here to be able to do their thing. This is for my mama right here. Shout out to my mama, I love you. Shout out Lil D too.
Good stuff from Darren Woods, and big happy Mother's Day weekend to all the moms tuning in here, joining us for fan-controlled football, and Woods able to find his way in, and then the 2-point conversion. Fingertips away.
Yeah, just by the hair on your chinny chin, right? That's why we love football, right? The game of inches. I think we should change to the game of centimeters, right? Because that was centimeters away from being a completion.
So the Glacier boys get back to it as we take you behind the scenes here to the VIP area inside Pullman Yards, and now right into the huddle for the Glacier boys. And what a roller coaster for the Glacier boys. They get the big pass play downfield. They think they're going to be the ones to have the first score. The turnover, Board Ape punches it in, and now they have to try and get one back. Izzy takes it himself, kind of stumbling, and he's there to the 15.
Good talk, boy.
Well, expected to see Terrell Owens in action later on today with the Zappers. Catch all the link to Terrell Owens' VT footage here and mic'd up and watch and broadcast the final game of the evening. Tune into the TO Zone exclusively on Fubo Sports Network starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. There's the TO Zone location. They're getting prepped over there. Zappers at 7, which TO plays for the Zappers and then hangs around and covers the final game of the night.
It hangs around quite literally right there.
Yeah, there you go. Well done.
Don't forget, we're watching the chat. If you're in Twitch at twitch.tv/FCF, we're watching the chat. We want to highlight the best comments, so get involved.
Let's go. Go.
Handoff here. Aleem to the 20, takes a bump to the 25, and a much-needed first down. And we talked about one of our player of the games from last week, Bryson Aleem, and the role he could play this week, and a good burst.
Yeah, I mean, you have one drive where you throw the ball. You know, Jeff, you suggest you probably run the ball a little bit more.
Yeah.
And they run the ball, and they have success. Aleem is as talented a back as we have in this league, as we highlighted in the beginning. And it's because of runs like this where he gets on the edge with his speed, and then he finishes runs forward. Quite literally, Aleem into the next play.
I love watching him. He's so much fun. And such a great guy as well. Really here for the love. He talks about his family a lot and the support they've given him in his career. Just fun to watch him excel in this league.
Glacier boys rushing yard leaders by you, the fans. And Jeff, that man Hobo likes candy's back.
Ooh, but just by the narrowest of margins. 3 yards separate the top two, it looks like.
1st and 10 on the 23. That was 8 yards on the ground for Aleem to get the first. They go back to it. Fans liking that man, Bryson Aleem. He is across the 25. Picks up a little chunk there. Big shout out to our broadcast partners here, sharing fan-controlled football, Twitch, NBC LX, and Peacock, and of course DAZN for our international viewers. Appreciate all their support. That was Jonathan McKinney coming across for the tackle. Big man out of Chicago in his 2nd season here in fan-controlled football.
We're going to score on this route. Don't trip, y'all. Get the ball back.
Some fans in the stands calling plays. What a cool venue to come watch a football game. We talk about it every week. It really is true. And you can still be calling the plays right here, live in Atlanta at Pullman Yards.
Yeah, to have that immediate impact, right? The play I just called on my phone, now I see it in real time. Only here in the FCF.
Let's go.
2nd and 7. Izzy to pass. Stepping up, eludes the rush, throws on the run. A little behind the intended receiver looking for Bird. And the defense of this Board 8 football club, they didn't make it easy.
Izzy just hasn't been able to settle in, not seeing the field extremely clear. The Board 8 football club, they do a good job of bracketing Andrew Jamil, and they drop Bird. He's wide open, and he doesn't get him to him on time. Tries to get it to him on that third type of play, and he throws it a behind. Tough throw there.
And credit to Tobias Cook, Stephen White. They were all over that, pressuring Izzy, looking at the pass route as we've reached 1 minute to go in our first half. Just one score to speak of. Board 8 in front, 6-0. 1 minute to play, first half. Glacier Boys looking at a 3rd and 7 on the 24. Last couple of pass plays here, Devin, just off the mark. And for Devlin Isidore, took a shot early and now maybe trying to get rid of that football a little bit sooner than he'd like to.
Yeah, that and also looking at the rush, right? Not being able to see what's going on downfield because you're starting to drop your eyes, look at the rush. I'm just telling you, it's a difficult thing to do. We saw him weeks ago take shots, and make these great throws. Then he comes in today, and on his first big throw, he gets hit right in the face. Can you withstand that and still keep your eyes downfield with all the pressure? That remains to be seen.
And still no catches for Jamil.
It's 3rd and 7? Yeah. Same play, yeah.
That's something to look forward to during this game.
Let's go.
Can Izzy continue to stand in there and make the throws and keep his eyes up and convert on 3rd and 7s such as this one?
Here's Jamil in motion.
Let's go.
You mentioned Jamil quiet thus far. It's back to Aline, shifty, spinning to the 20. And Bryson Aline, he'll be a little shy of a first down, but grabs a couple of needed yards here for the Board 8 football club.
Wow.
That brings up 4th down.
He calls himself first man miss.
Timeout. Board 8. That's the first charge timeout of the half. Be a 30-second timeout.
Maybe start calling the FCF joystick.
Yeah, that was impressive. That move. Whew.
Board 8 football club will call for time. Jeff was talking about it. You can be here in the venue. Secure your game day experience passes now. Head to fcf.tixer.com. General admission, VIP, luxury suites, all part of the experience here inside historic Pullman Yards. Come out and join us. fcf.tixer.com. Some young fans in the house.
Yeah, the baby's got moves.
Got it back like Bryson Lane on 3rd and 7. You can call a run play. Excuse me. It's like he juked the defender and the drone at the same time. Whoop!
Wow.
He's slippery. I would imagine you stick with him here, right? You give him a chance to go pick up these 2 yards.
4th and 2.
Decided.
They do that, and he pays it off up to the 15 and scampering out near the 10. Bryson Aline earns that first down and keeps this Glacier Boys drive alive.
I mean, that has got to be infuriating for a defender. Where you have him in the hole, he should be tackled, and whoop, excuse me, nope, going through. Oh, hit the edge. Wow. Quick feet and strength. He said he wants to be a strength coach, right? So he runs the gym, currently at Alpha Training in Delaware, and you can see that strength coach in him, the power that he has with his legs and ability to break tackles and run through arm tackles. It shows that he's in the weight room for sure, even with his small stature. So I think his future as a strength coach is going to be very, very bright because he's going to put on this film for those athletes and say, hey, listen, I was a small guy, and look how strong I was.
If you meet him in person, he came down to our show. He is like a tiny ball of steel.
Yeah
he is all muscle.
Well, trust me, the Board 8 football club defense knows all about it.
Aline goes 5'6", 170, so clearly not the biggest guy on the field, right? But just never stops working. And you mentioned the strength. Had injuries earlier in his career, had an ACL tear earlier in his career, right? So you come back from that. Anyone who's gone through that, the rehab is grueling. The work you have to put in is so intense. Has built his body into a place where he's the one dishing out the pain.
Yeah, you know, strength coaches are always not wrapped too tight, right? We see how much energy he has, and when you have to come back with energy, you have to be not wrapped that tight.
Izzy, Cherry giving chase. Izzy escapes, spinning. Helmet pops off, and Isidore is down inside the 5. That was Vaughn Hoskins' helmet that came flying off as Izzy eluded a couple of tackles inside the 5 now.
Yeah, channeling his inner Aline, if you will. He gets on the edge. Obviously, Cherry provides the pressure right away. Excuse me. Good job there, but he's a much bigger target. So when you spin, there's always danger. Get down.
Yeah, that's the
Get down, big fella.
last thing you want to see when you spin.
Get down, big fella. You know, when Aline spins, you know, he's small, he's not as easy a target, you kind of miss. When that big guy spins, their guy's coming. I've been there.
So we have reached the 30-second mark. The game clock will stop on every play. Now that we're at 30 seconds, the game clock will stop after every play.
I graduated high school early and went to the University of Michigan and played spring ball as almost a high school senior. And my first concussion came in that spring ball because of a spin move. Get down. This is professional football. Get down.
The last time Devin Gardner made a spin move.
Not going to happen again, guys.
2nd and 3. Back to Aline, and he walks his way into the end zone. Bryson Aline has got the Glacier boys on the board. We're tied at 6.
Aline Cuisine is back on the menu.
Exactly the right portion.
Vision, burst, and lateral quickness. If this is a video game, it's all on 100 for Aline. He does a great job. He gets in the hole and bursts around. I mean, just love to see this young man run the ball. Get in the hole, burst around, and there's nobody on the field with his type of speed and explosiveness, and he just essentially, like you said, walks into the end zone.
Bryson Aline, his 5th rushing touchdown on the year, and he's also coming into today 1st among all superbacks in rush yards, so adding to that total. A lot of time here, and that one is too far ahead of Jamil. I thought they were going to get called for the 3 seconds, but regardless, no conversion, and we stay level at 6 with 25 seconds left in the first half.
That's a nice long response drive for the Glacier boys, and it was all on the back of Bryson Aline, 5 rushes, 29 yards, and he gets in the end zone. Let's see if they can try to get a stop on the Board 8 football club that has essentially found their groove after that second drive.
I think you see why this is why fans have been saying we are better than our 1-2 record as Glacier boys.
Speaking of the Glacier boys and their fans.
Yeah, look at that. We got a tie at the top between Calvin's 22 and Boykin for MVP. This is your fans just like you that are using the app or the Twitch extension to call plays and score touchdowns.
And we'll be sharing all the great things fans are doing throughout the broadcast all season long. 25 seconds left now in the first half. Clock will stop, remember, after every play here. Francois and the Board 8 Football Club. Throwing off his back foot. Woods tries to pick that one up off the ground and pays the price as Jim Jones had a free run at him.
It's a very nice catch by Woods and a nice job by DeAndre Francois standing in the pocket. It's very difficult when the pocket is collapsing around you. And as you can see, it's collapsing, nowhere to go. He stands strong and finds a way to get this ball to Woods, and he scoops it off the turf. But Woods would be better served to maybe stay down after that.
Yeah.
Well, you talked about the big man spin move, get down, and in this situation,
stay down.
Stay down.
Yeah. That play that almost looked like a safety has turned into a 9-yard game where they're now sitting 2nd and 1.
Seconds. Please reset the game clock to 17 seconds. The clock will start on the snap.
I told you earlier, Jim Jones is going to say his name a lot. He's going to be all over the field. He's in that middle linebacker position where he is a force in the run game, but also, as you can see, coming up and making tackles in the pass game.
Yeah, excellent stats for Jim Jones, the former Kent State standout. Over 15 tackles, 3 sacks. That's coming into today. 2nd and 1 now. Clock reset to 17 seconds. Ball's on the 19. Francois stepping through, a little juke move to the 25 and taken down from behind to the 20, so he'll pick up the first down and then some with 11 seconds to play.
It's like DeAndre Francois can hear the broadcast. He said, I see your 15 tackles, 3 sacks, and I raise you. What? Excuse me. Mr. Jones, you will not be tackling me the way you just did, Woods. He sees nobody open downfield, and when you have DeAndre Francois one-on-one with any linebacker, that's kind of what you're going to get, right? You're going to get him in the little shake and bake, and then he gets vertical and gets the first down.
Let's hear more from DeAndre Francois.
Empty big. Hey, 50 Jen. Who backside? Who backside? Me. 50 Jen. Hey, run and go.
So you want me to do it?
50 Jen. 50 Jen on one-on-one. Ready? Yeah, you got to go.
Great sound there from inside the huddle with DeAndre Francois now. First down, 11 seconds left. First half.
Take go.
Rush on the way. Francois somehow steps away, has all kinds of room, gives out the peace sign, but has to cut it back, takes a hit, in for a touchdown. Started to celebrate, realized there was still one man back in Marquise Kane. It didn't stop him.
DeAndre started throwing that party a little early, I think.
That play was an odyssey in itself. First, it looks like, once again, it's going to be a sack. But the evasiveness of DeAndre Francois, he gives the peace sign. He's like, oh, wait, it's another guy. Oh, okay. Made this a little more adventurous than he probably would have anticipated, but he's in the end zone. I mean, how about, wait, we saw him take an injury earlier in the game, and now he's back, and it's like he's almost better than he was, right? We haven't seen that type of elusiveness. We've seen him make some guys miss, but that is an outstanding job of at the last second, getting out of the way of Jim Jones and finding a way to finish that play and get in the end zone.
19 yards on the ground for Francois. He'll work with Felder now. On the man-up opportunity for 2. Felder gets separation, but can't bring it in off the hands for Kevin Felder.
The chat is loving the taunting on that last play, but I don't know. It felt a little premature. Oh my! But you could see it right as he steps up. There's just a ton of green space in front of him, and then, well, you know, some people noticed that he was running toward the end zone.
Saw it there on that dig. Nice throw by DeAndre Francois. I guess it could be a little bit more in front. But a drop still in itself. You don't see Felder drop those types of balls, so just got to stay focused on the ball and make sure you make that play. But 2 of 3, 16 yards, 45 yards on that last drive. I mean, DeAndre Francois, like we talked about, the stats don't always show how effective he is, but his ability to galvanize the troops and find a way to get down the field was on full display on that last play.
Now 3 seconds left, likely time for one more play for the Glacier boys here. See if Izzy can take this one all the way to the end zone. Safety's dropping way back. They'll go to Jamil. Jamil throwing downfield, incomplete to Bird, and that's how this first half comes to a close. Glacier boys trying for a little trickery there to get Jamil out to Bird. An incomplete pass, and at halftime, Board 8 Football Club ahead of the Glacier boys, 12-6. Glacier boys get us started in our second half, trailing 12-6. Izzy, little high snap, rolling right. Now he lets fly, looking for Jamil to the end zone, tipped up and incomplete. Well, nice idea to try and get your best receiver on the board, but not there.
And we saw this play earlier. They connected on the 23-yard gain earlier on this exact same play where you fake the quick screen and then you get the ball down the field before they threw it to the inside seam. This time they try to throw it to the outside to Andrew Jamil, and almost another interception, right, where the DB is trailing a trail position, but the ball just a tad bit late, and it's almost like the defender is the wide receiver on this play.
That was Samuel Brown who had a good opportunity to haul that one in, as it came up a little short of Jamil, and Brown looking at his hands.
If I'm the fan club for the Glacier boys, I have got to find a way to get a completion for my talented quarterback. Don't let the strong arm and all the ability entice you into all these deep shots, right? He's struggling right now. Even though that ball looks extremely pretty in the air, it's a bad throw. He's struggling. Find a way to get him going again so that you can connect on some of those throws later.
Second down, they'll go back to what has been working. This man, Bryson Aline, and he is taken at the 20 by Stephen White. Now let's meet some of our NFT winners here in the house. Here's PA announcer KD Bowe.
Scaglia and his family, who has the LED helmet trait. Congratulations.
So these traits on the ballers, you get to your personalized baller, which is a football player with all kinds of randomized features, gloves and helmet and shoulder pads and designs. It's kind of like opening a pack of baseball cards, and you never know what you're going to get. You're going to get the rookie card, you get the valuable cool thing, you get the super rare card.
What about Pokemon? Remember Pokemon?
Oh,
maybe a holographic card?
Yeah. Now you're talking.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards, all these cards. It's great.
Let's go.
3rd and 2. Aline trying to put the ball across the 20 for the first down, and he will get enough before he was taken down by Stephen White coming from behind. So Bryson Aline, he's been the go-to right now for the Glacier boys.
Yeah, you know, it's so crazy because in week 0 or the test week, remember, he came up to the booth, he said, tell the fans to give me the ball. And this is the reason, right? We didn't know if that would be true because it's his first year in FCF, but he's proven that he can hold the weight of the entire team, especially if his quarterback just isn't able to get his feet going as much as you want him to. So it's a very good job by Aline, but the Board 8 defense is going to crack down on it, and they're going to start dedicating a lot of eyes to him, and that's when you're going to have your quarterback make some completions, get a hitch route call or something quick with the off coverage of the Board 8 so that you can see a completion.
Right now, Bryson Aline, 7 carries, 39 yards, and a touchdown. Here's the 2-yard pickup. That last time, as you get a great look over the shoulder here at the app experience. Keep an eye on the live game feed while also calling plays for your team. It's more Bryson Aline. They like what's working for the man from Delaware.
As I talked about, as talented as Bryson Aline is, if you continue to feed him over and over, and there are only so many ways you can run the ball, they're going to start to crack down on it, and you saw it there with that short gain of 1.
This is a great reminder. You, the fans, call the offensive plays, but the coaching staff will call the defense. So they're following these patterns. And as good as Bryson Aline is, to your point, Devin, if you continually give him the football, these coaches, they will quickly adjust.
Yeah, especially since the defense doesn't necessarily respect the running ability of Isidore, right? They're not looking at him as a DeAndre Francois that's going to run for a 54-yard gain or anything like that. Obviously not an option because it's only 50-yard field. But I digressed. Right, they're not looking for him to make these big plays, and they think they can always respond and rally if he were to pull the ball out.
2nd and 8 on the 22, 15 and a half to go, second half. Is he to pass here, coming near side, and that one is off the mark. Just saw a pass. Jeff, let's talk fan passing yards.
Here are the folks that have aligned themselves with the Glacier Boys, an OG team completely free to be a fan of the Glacier Boys, and you can call plays, work your way up the leaderboards, like Calvin's 22 and Brocco's 420, and Euro C, is that what we're going to say? Euro C in the top 3? These are the
Iraq?
Iraq. All right,
yeah.
I'll buy Iraq. Those who were born to rock, recently. These are the fans that have called passing plays that have resulted in the most positive yards.
I think that one guy was plugging a personal food Instagram.
He's obviously plugging food Instagram, and I start kind of drooling a little bit there.
It's a savvy move.
Go back to that shot.
It's a savvy move. He's on the app. The camera shows up. Quick switch.
Quick switch.
Here's my personal cheese fries Instagram app.
Follow me.
3rd and 8 on the 22.
Let's go. Go.
Back to Aline, changing direction. But you see the defense, they are keyed in right now on number 6 on the Glacier Boys, Bryson Aline. a whole host of Board 8 football jerseys converging at the 25.
It's almost like the end of games when you kind of know that a team is passing and those pass rushers start to pin their ears back and just go for the quarterback. Well, now it's the reverse of that, where the quarterback's struggling a bit and they're kind of making sure they stand tight and wait for a lean to get to him and then rally and tackle right, because they were shooting their shot earlier and he was making everybody miss. But now they're finding a different approach where they're a lot more patient, allowing him to come to them and then attacking together.
That replay brought to you by Great Clips. Look great, feel great, perform great. Great Clips.
It also shows you why the fans are putting so much emphasis on drafting defenses. We know that the skilled players are all set now. First 3 weeks, we had drafts every Wednesday for skilled players. Now just the defensive and offensive units. And boy, these defenses are important.
4th down now for the Boyz. Izzy, he'll take it himself. He's going to get the first down and get out of play at the 20. So didn't see anything downfield on that Poco play call, but he does keep this drive moving.
That's a good job to pick up the first down with your legs, but that's not getting you out of the funk that you're in. He had a hitch route, right? I've been clamoring, get him an easy throw, get him an easy throw. He had a hitch route to the bottom of the screen, and he just doesn't see it, right? You have to see the soft coverage before the play starts, so you can almost have a plan of where to go with the ball. He doesn't have it there, but his ability to create on that third play allows him to pick up the first down. You can look here, at the top of your screen, you've got a first down. You got to throw that right away, but he finds a way to get through out of the pocket and pick up a first down.
Stephen White, again, we've called his name quite a bit. The linebacker, well-traveled, Middle Tennessee State, among some other stops, and able to chase Izzy out of play, but not before there was a first down. Now up to the 18. Glacier Boys trying to tie this game up at 12. Aline has been the focal point. He splits out now as a receiver. Jamil in motion. It's the handoff to Jamil to the 15. And he'll pick up a couple. So Andrew Jamil, who has not had a reception yet, had the one missed pass try, and now they get him on the ground as we have a injured player down for the Board 8 Football Club out of the stoppage. 2nd and 5 on the 13. Delay the call by Utah fans here for the Glacier Boys. Izzy facing that rush, gets rid of it in a hurry, and that one's taken away. Another interception. The Board 8 Football Club picks it off with Mike Lee. Board 8 turned the first pick into points. Let's see what they can do with this interception.
Everything is just moving too fast for Izzy right now. We talked about it earlier. Can he withstand the pressure and still stand in and take those shots? You can see that ball's out way too early. Way too early. And the only people that can see it were the Board 8 defenders. Andrew Jamil's running through the end zone and looking for the ball, has no idea where it is as he has a player down. But the question was, can he withstand those hits, stand in there, and still make those timely throws? And to this point in the game, he's proven that the pressure may be a bit too much today.
Second interception there. Second INT for Devlin Isidore as Quantez Stiggers is the man down. Now, Jeff, interesting wrinkle here as Board 8 Football Club comes back on offense now here in the second half. And there are certain fans that are going to have a ton of weight right now with their play calling.
That's exactly right. We talked about how the Ballers Collective is kind of like opening a pack of baseball cards. There's random features that your baller will have, all kinds of really cool, you see that on the screen there, all kinds of really cool customizations. You don't know exactly what you're going to get when you get a baller, but some fans get that 99 jersey, an extremely rare feature on the Ballers, and that, starting this week, means that the first play of the second half for your team, if you are a Ballers collector, excuse me, the first drive of the second half, your vote for which play is chosen has a ton of weight, counts for 1,000 votes. So there's a lot of pressure on whoever has that baller right now calling plays.
It's Francois throwing. Good call, baller. Bazile, the money man's into the end zone.
Well, fewer calls. You know, I said play and it was drive. Turns out it was play.
You knew what you were doing.
I mean, he's clearly a psychic. He's the man with the fans. And on that play, a single fan with a couple of us probably called an outstanding play. A week ago, DeAndre Francois found himself really using the tight ends. And on the first play of the second half drive, he uses the tight end for a long touchdown.
Into that mode of his tries for 2.
The tight ends clamor for more use in the entire league. I mean, I think the tight ends as a group can be happy with that one, and that celebration, a little love don't cost a thing. And then the extra points to boot.
Well, again, the Board Ape Football Club turning defense into offense. That 2-point boost to their score brought to you by Experian Boost. And they now push ahead 20-6. So they've taken 2 interceptions. They've turned into touchdowns. And that last play, Chris Bazile, a returner from season 1 who signed late here for season 2, he was all alone.
Yeah, I mean, he's 100%. He's batting 1,000. One play, one long touchdown for him on today.
Can't beat that.
And one great celebration. How about channeling his inner Nick Cannon? Mambo, hi-ya, cha. Oh my goodness.
Back to the Glacier boys with a lot of work to do. Izzy standing in to throw here, and that one just shy of Bird. So right now, things just out of sync here between the quarterback and the receivers.
Yeah, I mean, they cannot find their groove. I mean, the fan group base has done a decent job of trying to find easier throws to try to get Izzy going. He hasn't been able to find those throws. And then it seems like they're almost in a panic mode of, hey, that Board Ape offense is not slowing down.
Right.
We got to find a way to get points in a hurry. But they do not have to do that. They can still depend on the run game and find easy ways to connect with Izzy and the wide receivers.
Big thanks to our Fan Control Football broadcast partners, Twitch. Everyone watching at twitch.tv/FCF, NBCLX, Peacock, and our international viewers at DAZN. The dancing squads, they're multiplying as the season goes along.
They're everywhere. They're in the booth. They're in the back of the end zone.
I was wondering, guys, if Austin Appleby would show up in the chat. Sure enough, anytime a tight end does something good, there's our boy Austin Appleby touting the tight ends.
He has an alert set for any tight end activity. It pings his phone. Here's a lean to the 15, spinning and then drilled out of bounds. Shy of the 20. Gatorade nomination time, fans. Exclusive Twitch content here. You can cast your vote for the Gatorade player of the game only in the Twitch chat. Who should it be? Enter your thoughts right now. We're in the Twitch chat, and we'll tally those votes up. Post-game, some good options here. DeAndre Francois, 1 through the air, 1 on the ground. And of course, the defense here, forcing turnovers, 2 takeaways right now for this Board Ape Football Club. As we look at that drive summary.
Drive summary-ish.
This is the drive cliff notes. It was quick. 1 play, 48 yards, less than 30 seconds, and Bazile into the end zone.
You can see that the Glacier boys are going to lean heavily on Bryson Lean and his ability, and we talked about the Board Ape defense going up, but Bryson Lean at Delaware had 1,800 plus kickoff return yards, right? There are no kickoffs here, but every time he gets the ball, it seems like he's in a kickoff situation. Let's see, I mean, right here.
Up to the 25, and he'll get the first down. Still a ton of time here, 8.5 minutes left. 20-6, far from insurmountable here in fan-controlled football, especially with our comeback rule that kicks in under 5 minutes left. So Glacier boys, they can start to get into a rhythm here. There's an opportunity. They've got the run game going. It's the balance on the pass where they've struggled.
And that's something that Glacier boy fans did not expect they would ever have to deal with after that first week that Izzy had in the FCF. But he's kind of come back down to earth. Let's see if they can find a way to get him comfortable. The running game is going. Now let's try some play action. Let's try some different things to make those linebackers come up and give them some easy guys down the field.
It's so interesting that you phrased it that way, Devin, because it really is that the fans can do something for this quarterback to actually, make him help him find a rhythm.
Good to see Quantez Stiggers back on the field. He was down hurt a few plays ago, but back in the mix defensively. Remember, this playbook retold, these plays you're seeing, this is what the athletes are knowing them as well. So a streamlined playbook. Izzy takes it himself, and tries to pick up a couple. And frustration there as he was taken down. And not happy there with Cecil Cherry.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know my foot hurt, bro. That whole ass shit. I'm going down, though, bro.
So you can hear a little bit there from the huddle as Isidore going down. Cherry takes him down and taking umbrage there with him being wrapped up around the ankle.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing there. Izzy's just doing his thing, and let's see what Liv has to say.
Yeah, it can't be easy for Jamil right now to be seeing his former QB building chemistry with his receivers when it seems that Jamil and Izzy are still struggling to find theirs. We have seen DeAndre Francois get in the end zone and get the Apes on the board any way that he can. So let's see if the Glacier boys have time to find their rhythm.
Only got 6:30 left, so an opportunity is there. 2nd and 5. After Izzy takes it for 5. He'll go back to Aline, who gets low and is across the 20 before he's stopped there by Tobias Cook and company. So not enough for a first down. Good job by the Board 8 Football Club closing in.
That Board 8 Football Club, obviously, is very clear. They have Izzy's number, but they're getting inside his head, right? He's complaining a lot. He's doing a lot of different things, and so he's making it more difficult for now his running back Aline, right? Because now they know we have the quarterback, right? We're living inside his head rent free, so we can just focus on Aline. If we take him out of the game, this will be a W for the Board 8 Football Club.
In this defensive group, they just it's cliche, right? There's no off switch on this group, right?
Yeah.
They are going hard through every play.
And it's led by Cecil Cherry. I mean, he's a dominant linebacker in this league, and he spearheads the beginning and the end of this defense.
Some of that desperation coming out in the chat as well. We're seeing Glacier Boys fans just passionately asking each other, please call specific play, call play 3, call play 4. They're really trying to find some rhythm just in their play calling to try to get something going for Izzy.
I mean, with 5 minutes left, though, it's a lot of time.
A lot of time.
As soon as you get under 5 minutes, the comeback rules come into effect. You can get about 4 or 5 more possessions out of this game, but you have to find a way to get something going from the quarterback.
So a little change here. Aline now out of receiver. Bird was in the backfield. Now Bird goes in motion. So 3 receiver look. Little confusion now as Izzy was waving for Bird to come towards him. Instead takes it himself, and he'll get the first down. So it was past the 15.
It's twins left.
And so a little miscommunication there on the play call, it sounds like. You hear Izzy talking about twins left, and we'll talk about what's coming up later today. Catch the TO Zone starting at 7 p.m. Eastern exclusively on the Fubo Sports Network. There's a look at their set. TO playing with the Zappers at 7 p.m. and then they'll hang around and take you through our last game of the night, all available on the Fubo Sports Network.
I love this comment in the chat. Lady Careel says, Glacier Boys, take a deep breath. Leave all the mistakes behind you. Focus. You got this.
It's a very calming approach from the chat.
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, and as simple as it sounds, that's exactly what you do, right? We've seen games flip in a matter of seconds, right, with big plays and different things like that. That same thing can happen here, but it has to start with Devlin Isidore.
We're under 4 minutes to go now as the play call comes in.
Let's go.
Glacier Boys trailing 20-6. Izzy to the end zone. Has Jamil at the 5, looking for more room, and Andrew Jamil will be taken down inside the 5-yard line. His first catch of the day.
There it is, right? Design a play for a wide open Andrew Jamil coming across the field. They lose him. Perfect throw. He finds a way to try to get more, right? That's a guy that looks like he hasn't caught a ball yet, right? He's trying to do everything he can to get in the end zone, and he does a good job of getting inside, deep inside that progressive blue zone.
Inside the progressive blue zone now, and the Glacier Boys, let's see what happens, but they still have their progressive 5th down. So could get extra yardage here inside the blue zone.
This feels like Bryson Aline time.
It seems like Bryson Aline cuisine time.
That's right.
Time for him to eat him some Board 8 defense and get in this end zone for the 2nd time today.
It's been a long day. We're into the freezer. We're heading towards the microwave. We have our entree out.
Yeah, it's the backfield.
But he's not in, is he?
Uh-oh.
Goes down, and he had referenced that ankle. And falls down holding his right leg. You can hear him on the quarterback mic when Cherry took him down. Unhappy with the wrap around the ankle, but this time looks to maybe hold that right knee a little bit as he goes down. Let's get a second look.
Yeah, you can tell, like we said, he's not the fleetest of foot, right? He's not a runner by trade. He tries to do a little reverse the field and channel inner lean, but he goes down, and that's a non-contact thing.
He just plants that right leg.
Yeah.
Right there. Oof. You see the ankle twist.
And he went down immediately. So the play stops there with 2:17 to go in our second half. And the Glacier Boys trailing 20-6.
It's just a stinker. I don't know. When I stopped, my knee went out. So it got to be my MCL. I got pain, though. I got hella pain right now.
Lay back for me. Like safety, go wide. Like I just run up the middle.
I think that's how you know the difference between a professional athlete and me. Yeah. He says, I got hella pain right now. I would be screaming my head off.
Oof. Doesn't look good. He could hear his microphone, too, talking about it being the MCL.
Yeah, Isidore obviously channeling his inner doctor, right? You know, people are like, how does he know that? Well, when you're an athlete and you have injuries and you're in the training room and you do things throughout your career, you kind of know and feel when things are happening and what kind of injury it may be, right? Obviously, he's not a doctor, but he knows what he feels, and he said it feels like NCL.
We'll see if Izzy will stay in or if they'll have to go to a backup. He is on his feet, but not with his helmet. So he's walking off on his own power, but doesn't appear as if he is going to return for the moment. So this will bring on the reserve quarterback, Chris Barrett, out of Swarthmore, Pennsylvania, Ursinus College. Ninth play of the drive coming with a new quarterback on.
Watching Barrett in the warm-ups, this guy throws a very nice ball, right? He's accurate. He knows where to go with the ball. And let's see if he can provide a spark for this Glacier Boys passing game.
Second and goal on the 9. Barrett on to replace Izzy. They'll keep it on the ground. Lean fumbles. Football's loose. Picked up. It's Stiggers. A foot race. Jamil giving chase. Quantez Stiggers won't be stopped. A touchdown.
Wow.
A third turnover for the Glacier Boys leads to points.
With that play, it feels like, even though we know this game isn't over, it can still be, it feels like the proverbial air has been sucked out of at least the Glacier Boys portion of this stadium.
Yeah.
As it's happening, you can just feel the Glacier Boys fan base just crumbling right before your eyes as Quantez Stiggers, who started the FCF season this year, youngest player with 3 interceptions and an interception turn for a touchdown. In the last few weeks, we haven't called his name entirely a lot, but he finds his way to put his thumbprint on this game with that return for a touchdown.
Such a backbreaker.
2-point is added. Thomas able to convert there for 2.
Yeah, as you said, Devin, it's not over. It's not over, but it does feel like, what a backbreaker. And Bryson Aline, who's done so much in this game, putting the team on his back, play after play. It hurts to see it.
A week ago, Bryson Aline had a critical fumble in this type of situation. Obviously, he atoned for it with the run for a touchdown and all these different things, but he did have a time last week where he put the ball on the ground. Let's see if he can atone for it again this week and put this Glacier Boys team in position to try to win this game.
That 2-point conversion brought to you by Experian Boost. 46-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown for Quantez Stiggers. They add 2, and here's the situation now. 28-6, and Chris Barrett still on for the Glacier Boys after Isidore went out. 1:38 to play. Barrett to throw, complete. Finds Bird, and he's got the first down, and then some. Somehow stays inbounds. Thought he was out of play.
Glacier Boy fans, Those are the plays, and they've called them, but Izzy just wasn't able to get to him. You can see right there, Garrett gets to the throw and allows his wide receivers to do the work. Nice job by Barrett, finding a way to get a completion right. He's been sitting on the sideline the entire game. Don't try to just shoot the ball down the field. 5-yard throw that turns into a huge game and puts you right on the brink of the Progressive Blue Zone.
And that's the first completion for Barrett here in his FCF career. He came on a couple weeks back, really struggled, a couple of picks as he came on late in the game, but now getting an opportunity here, a little bit of rhythm, and it didn't look like
first down.
There does step out.
Passes. First down.
Later, yeah, he looked like he stepped out way earlier.
We are at 1 minute remaining. They credit that as a 27-yard connect. Barrett to Bird. We'll take a timeout and come back. 1 minute left in our second half. 1 minute left in our second half. Get your plays in now. Board Ape Football Club leading the Glacier Boys 28-6. New quarterback on for the Glacier Boys, Chris Barrett out of Pennsylvania. And trying to spark some magic here. This team down 28-6. Barrett to throw to Jamil. A little contact there. We see no flags as he was trying to find Jamil in the back corner of the end zone, and that they rule that one uncatchable.
Greg, I mean, he absolutely pulled his jersey and wouldn't allow him to run. I mean, I don't understand how that, and if you don't call pass interference because of uncatchable, it's at least holding. I don't understand what the referees are looking at on that play.
He had...
Like, he has a full grasp of the jersey, not allowing him to, like, he's pulling a sled at this point.
Yeah, as I was going to say, it looks like he's a horse-drawn carriage over there.
And it's definitely catchable.
And if you're Andrew Jamil, you have to be asking yourself, what do I have to do to draw a pass interference penalty?
Or you're saying, Andrew Jamil on the wall, catch the ball. Right, he hits his picture on the wall right in the face. You have some better hands, picture on the wall. make a play, Jamil. Okay? Make a play.
46 seconds left now, second half. Three receiver look for Barrett. Has time, goes back to Jamil, got him! Touchdown! And Chris Barrett on in reserve action, has his first FCF touchdown, and he's got Jamil's first score of the day.
Felt like it was only a matter of time for Jamil.
You want to get your new quarterback going? Chris Barrett, get free like Andrew Jamil there. I mean, he just absolutely eliminates the DB and is wide open in the end zone. And a perfect back shoulder throw to keep the Glacier Boys with a fighting chance in this game. How about the first touchdown for Barrett in the FCF?
And the Glacier Boys are into the end zone. Fans are loving it. Jamil with his 5th touchdown, and they go for 2, and they convert.
All right, here we go.
Things starting to click a little bit here. That conversion brought to you by Experian Boost. Harrison Dreer comes down with the 2-point connect to make it 28-14. And now the Glacier Boys will try and pull off some comeback action. Our comeback rule here in the FCF.
The challenge flag has been thrown. The challenge flag has been thrown for the power up. The fans now will vote for power up.
So we've got the comeback rule, and then the fans of the Glacier Boys are going to try and layer on a power-up opportunity here as they still have all of their power-ups left, thinking 7-on-6 at this point. So you can use the comeback rule when you are trailing with less than 5 minutes to go in the second half. And you get a 4th and down on your own 10. You get a first down, your drive keeps moving. So that's what the Glacier Boys are looking to do here. They'll need a 10-yard gain at least. They're going to add on top of that. It's the little icon that's a lightning bolt at the top of your screen.
The fans have voted.
It's a 7-on-6
remove the middle
advantage.
linebacker from the Apes defense until we get a first down. We'll also use a comeback rule. The Glacier's ball at the 10-yard line will be 4th down and 10. If they get the first down, we'll continue the drive. If not, it'll be a turnover on downs. It's 4th down, Glacier Boys.
I think this is a smart play by the fans. It's all or nothing right here. You could use the power play for an entire drive or the one play where you really need it.
If they have a tight end who gets open, it might only take one.
Yeah,
we saw that earlier at the Board Ape Football Club. Glacier Boys in need of some offense in a hurry. Scissors delay the call by you, the fans. On a 4th down, they must get a first down to keep this comeback attempt going. Here's Barrett. throwing, a little high, but complete to Bird. Needs to get to the 20. He does, to the 25. And they've got a first down, and they'll stay on offense. So a 7-on-6 works. They had to get a first down. They get it, and they keep it moving.
Very well-designed play. Send two guys vertical,
Second mark,
and then
clock will
have
stop on every
Bird
play
come
under 30
underneath.
seconds.
Probably your best run-after-catch guy. He finds a way to get the ball down and then finds his way through the defenders for a first down.
This is why we always say in the FCF, the game is not over.
Yeah.
The comeback rule, the fact that the clock stops in the last 30 seconds after every play, that means the entire playbook wide open to you fans. If you want to call a run, there's no reason not to. You don't have to worry about the clock stopping. So exciting. I love this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And Barrett has given this Glacier Boys team hope, right? He's been connecting on every single throw. Obviously, he had the one miss, but it wasn't essentially a miss. It's pass interference. It wasn't called. He has been exemplary since his time getting in the game.
Back to even strength now, 7-on-7. Barrett throwing again, and that's incomplete. Close to an interception by Stiggers. So a missed connect there for the Glacier Boys. Now 26 seconds left, 2nd and 10. So Glacier Boys used their power play. Those are good, remember, until you get a first down, a score, or a turnover. So it's back to 7-on-7. They've still got the progressive 5th down. But right now, looking for a score, and then they'll try and repeat the feat. They'll try and go back to a 4th down and 10, and again convert for a first down as we get a good look at a replay courtesy of Great Clips.
But how about the poise of Bear, right? He obviously was thinking something that his receiver wasn't thinking, and he just talks to him, hey, I was thinking you were going to do this. You were thinking I was going to do that. Let's get on the same page and still continue on our comeback. He's showing a real good poise to be a leader, and he's taking his team down. And good things happen, right? When you're positive like that and you get on the same page as your wide receivers, good things happen. So I expect good things to continue to happen for him.
3 receiver look here for Barrett and the Glacier Boys.
To go.
Barrett to the end zone. To Barrett, touchdown! Glacier Boys are back in this one. 20 seconds left. Don't count them out just yet. 2-point conversion on the way for the Glacier Boys.
Positivity is contagious. A previous play, a miscommunication. On this play, it is on target.
Wow.
Like your navigation system in your car.
He put it where only he could catch that.
I mean, absolutely perfect. Cecil Cherry, a guy who we've talked glowingly about in the run and pass game, has no idea where the ball is, and a touchdown for Bird.
Daudell now on the 2-point conversion. The tight end working against Stiggers to try and cut this down to 28-22.
Fans have voted this drive for 2.
Daudell almost hauled it in, had 2 hands. That would have been an epic grab for the big man.
I mean, a perfect throw, and his knee failed him. He has the ball in his hands, but his arms are so long, they're down by his knees, and he needs the ball out of his own hands.
Fans in the house here on a Saturday in Atlanta. You can join them. Get your game day experience passes. Go to fcf.tixer.com and come out and catch some FCF action live. 20 seconds left. Again, looking at the comeback rule once more as Glacier Boys trail 28-20. So you get the idea here. They'll need 6 and the 2-point conversion.
Right. We're back in the same scenario, and it seems like Barrett comes in even less of an option to run. It seems not a quarterback who uses his legs, and maybe that actually worked out as a positive for the Glacier Boys.
Absolutely. There's nothing for him to lean on, right? He has to stay pat in the passing game and find open targets. He's doing that, and the Glacier Boys are on the move. And
we use the comeback rule again. The Glacier's football, 4th down and 10 on the 10-yard line. Comeback rule, Glacier Boys football.
So comeback rule effect. 4th and 10 on the 10. They need a first down to keep this going with 20 seconds left, trailing 28-20. Barrett did it last time, looking to do it again. Quick out, complete, first down. That's textbook stuff. Dreer goes 11 yards. It's what they need. They keep rolling with 14 seconds left.
And who is Dreer? The same person he had the miscommunication with a drive ago. Finds him perfectly 1 yard past the first down marker, and this comeback is in full effect.
14 seconds left. Board Ape Football Club in a bit of disbelief right now as the Glacier boys try and tie this one up. Let's listen in.
You got us back in the, we love you.
You're fat, real shit.
Yeah, we love you. You in this game, boy. You fuck around getting married.
Yeah.
So many hoes coming.
Let's go. Let's focus up. Catch and throw. Get it out.
And I knew you was coming to me because you read that motherfucker. Oh, God. Good job. This is how it should be. Yeah, I'll let you know what's
You're Dreer saying, hey, I knew you were coming to me because you read it, right? You saw the off coverage and you got me the ball.
Boys, 30-second timeout.
A lot of love there for Chris.
All smiles in the huddle now. It's
I'm just telling you, when you're a wide receiver, you've been running routes all day, you haven't caught any balls. You love anybody who can throw your ball. If Jeff Canada gets down there and completes a few balls, they're going to love you too.
Hey, I'm ready. Put me in, coach. No, I will be king.
Glacier boys gone. Jeff is very dead. Actually, I would die.
Very self-aware.
Here's a look at our quarterback comparison. It's not the matchup you thought you were getting. Chris Barrett coming on late. Devlin Isidore going out with an injury. DeAndre Francois, that's the man you know. And right now, the number is not that far apart. Of course, no rushes for Chris Barrett.
I think that's going to stay a 0 in the rush.
Yeah, I mean, once again, the stats don't tell those stories. DeAndre Francois hasn't played in like 4 drives. Right, he's been on the sidelines because of the return touchdown for the Board Apes on the turnover, and then you have 2 comeback rule enactments. I mean, DeAndre Francois sitting on the sideline. What do you want me to do? I did what I could.
I love looking at the chat right now. This is the time when everything turns all caps in the chat.
Glacier boys out of the timeout. Barrett going downfield, and that one a little too long for Jamil with now 9 seconds left. So the Glacier boys used their timeout here in this second half, as that's the one way the coaching staff can prompt you, the fans, to select a new play. That new play came in to no avail.
They had the play they wanted, right? They had what they wanted, Andrew Jamil, one-on-one, but the ball had to come out a little sooner than he wanted to just because of the pressure, and the ball is deep, couldn't read the angle. Let's see if they go back to a play similar to that to try to find a way to get their best receiver isolated on one DB.
A little frustration there for Coach Layata, the one that got away. Board Ape Football Club keeping their energy high as they try and close this one out. Keep in mind, Board Ape Football Club, they're looking to move to 4-0 right now and really take full control of that Ballers Collective division with the playoffs a few weeks away.
Yeah, and the fans in the chat are feeling it. Like I said, it's all caps right now. People on both sides screaming and yelling for their teams. We see the players in the stadium all standing up watching. It's love FCF football.
9 seconds left, second down. Glacier boys have to have a touchdown. Barrett to pass again. Let's fly. Dreer caught it. He got crushed, but pulls it down for a first down. What a grab.
Goodness.
Wow.
That's why I'm not going into the game, Devin.
That's why we all need to stay in the booth. Take a great throw, great catch, but take a look at this. Boom! The ability to hang on to that football with that type of violent play. Anybody at home or in the world who's living under a rock and hasn't been part of those 2 million plus viewers of FCF football who are saying that's not football, take a look at that.
Wow.
Football, if there ever was one.
That's quite an amazing feat to just hold on to that ball. Also because it looked like there was a hand in there trying to rip it out.
What a hit.
So fitting the DJ's playing Stone Cold music right now, because that was just a play that you won't forget.
Yeah, that does feel like...
What's being lost in that great hit? That's a big gain, and this is a game. Like, they're in position to get in the end zone with a 2-point try to tie it.
5 seconds to go.
5 seconds left on the 17th.
Yeah.
Could get 2 plays out of this. Depending on the decision and where you go with the football and how quickly you do it, you could have 2, maybe 3 seconds left. But let's see what Barrett chooses to do. I think he'll go to the end zone.
Glacier Boyz fans are praying.
Uh-oh.
And a hard count, got some movement, flag on the play.
The savvy veteran who's in his first action in FCF. Let's see if he got the Board Ape defense coming across.
Lyotta even says it's on the defense.
Offsides on the defense, number 97, causing the offense to move. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
They call Vaughn Hoskins. There was a big argument there about who this was on as we get a second look via Great Clips. Hoskins in the middle, actually on the right side of your screen there, number 97. McKinney also looked to go a little early.
Yeah, they get into that 1-yard buffer period, and then the offensive lineman moves. That's offsides encroachment on the defense. How about Barrett? I've talked about his poise ad nauseum, but how about the poise to go hard count, get the guys offside, get a little bit closer to his day of what do you want to call it? His coming out party, I want to say?
His breakout performance. Chris Barrett, we told you, from Pennsylvania. Spent some time with the Salina Liberty. That's not a whole ton of professional experience.
We saw him on the field before the game, all suited up. He was the only one suited up. Maybe he knew something. Maybe he knew he was getting into this game.
Getting his mind right, getting ready to go.
5 seconds left. 1st and 5 on the 12. Barrett back to pass. Corner of the end zone, incomplete with 1 second left.
My.
The Glacier Boyz will get one more opportunity. That one away from Cedric Bird.
1 second.
Great job, though, making sure that play is quick so you do have a second opportunity. Right there, I didn't see anything that he could have really gotten the ball out on time and a completion. He gets that ball up and away because Stiggers has great coverage on Bird there.
Listen in now to what Barrett's telling the group on this final play here.
Hey, hard count, so you can get a jump, you can get a free.
All right, watch the ball. Which one go, 3?
You want 3?
Yeah, we go 3.
Relax, be calm. Hold your water.
You can hear Coach telling them, hey, let's go hard count and see if we can get a free play. Get a free play, you may get a touchdown, you never know. Can the Board Ape defensive line stay disciplined so they don't give them that free play opportunity, which would afford them essentially 2 plays if they don't score on that free play?
There's your play from the fans. TBN Renzio says, even if they lose, props to Barrett.
Yeah, he's been very, very good.
It's a very tough situation to come in. Your team is down big. You got to come in on a moment's notice with an injury to Isidore. And he has really clicked well with this receiving group. A couple of missed throws, but by and large, a strong performance for Chris Barrett and really his most extended minutes here in the Fan Control Football League. It all boils down to this. 1 second left, second half. Glacier Boyz down 8. Must have a touchdown to keep hopes alive.
Go! Go!
Hard count doesn't work. Rush is coming. Barrett to the end zone. Incomplete. And that is how this game ends. The Board Ape Football Club, they hold off a rally from the Glacier Boyz to take it 28-20 and move to 4-0.